completely change the way women see you. Would you believe me? These are not magic phrases or secret tricks, but when they are spoken with real confidence and honest intention, they have the power to shift everything. Stay with me for a moment and I will explain exactly how to use them in a way that feels natural, grounded, and strong. Imagine for a second that your words alone could change how a woman views you. Words that are basic, familiar, yet powerful enough to leave a deep impression long after the conversation ends. Now think about this. Most men overlook these words not because they are hard to understand or complicated, but because they never realized how much influence they truly have. Today, I am going to break it down in a clear and simple way. We are talking about a small phrase that, when used correctly, instantly separates you from almost every other man she interacts with. This is not about clever lines, tactics, or pretending to be someone you are not. It is about adopting a mindset that naturally draws women in because it shows strength without force. These two words carry a special kind of power. Not the kind that pressures, manipulates, or crosses boundaries, but the kind that creates respect, curiosity, and real admiration. The best part is that these words are already part of your daily language. You have said them many times before. The difference is that you probably have not used them with purpose. That is exactly what this is about. Learning how to use what you already know in a way that changes how you show up. Before we go any further, take a moment to think about how often you hold back from expressing what you truly want. Not just with women, but in everyday life. That hesitation shows up in small ways, and those small moments shape how people experience you. What we are focusing on here is clarity. Clear thoughts, clear communication, and clear presence. When these things come together, your confidence becomes visible without you needing to prove anything. Let us start by looking at where most men slip up. Picture yourself in a conversation with a woman. She asks what you want to do, where you want to go, or what you prefer. Instead of answering directly, you say something like, "Whatever you want," or "I am fine with anything." On the surface, it sounds polite and easygoing, but underneath that response is uncertainty, and uncertainty quietly weakens attraction. When you avoid making decisions or stating preferences, you communicate a lack of confidence without saying a word. Women are naturally drawn to men who know what they want and are not afraid to express it. Another common mistake is being overly agreeable. Always putting her preferences ahead of your own may seem thoughtful, but over time it creates imbalance. It can come across as trying too hard, as if you are afraid to stand on your own ground. That energy often feels needy, even if your intentions are good, and neediness quickly drains attraction. By being too flexible or too unsure, you unintentionally reduce your presence. Instead of being seen as confident and grounded, you fade into the background. You become forgettable. The good news is that this is not a personality flaw. It is simply a communication habit, and habits can be changed. Once you understand what to shift, the difference can be immediate. At the core of all this are two simple words that can completely change how women respond to you. Those words are "I want." At first they sound ordinary, almost too basic to matter, but spoken with purpose, they carry far more weight than you might expect. "I want" is not just a phrase. It is a declaration of intention. It shows awareness of your desires and the confidence to express them openly. This level of clarity is attractive because it reflects decisiveness. In a world where many people hesitate, overthink, or hide what they truly feel, decisiveness stands out. When you say "I want," you remove guesswork. You stop forcing the other person to read between the lines. You clearly express what is on your mind in a way that is bold yet respectful. This is not about demanding or controlling outcomes. It is about being comfortable with yourself and your choices. When a woman hears "I want," she feels direction. She senses certainty. It signals confidence, purpose, and self-awareness. It shows that you know what you are looking for and that you are willing to take initiative. The impact does not come only from the words themselves, but from the calm energy behind them. The steadiness, the honesty, and the lack of hesitation create a powerful emotional response. You might wonder how something so simple can have such a strong effect. The reason is that most people are afraid of clarity. They second guess themselves. They worry about saying the wrong thing. So when someone speaks with intention, it immediately feels different. It feels solid. But understanding the words is only the first step. The real change happens when you start using them naturally in everyday situations. Think about asking someone out. Instead of saying something uncertain like, "If you want, maybe we could hang out sometime," imagine calmly saying, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." The difference is clear. The second option is confident and intentional. It shows that you have made a decision instead of leaving everything open-ended. It creates structure without pressure. Now think about building interest instead of hiding behind vague hints or waiting endlessly for the perfect moment. You express yourself directly and respectfully. For example, "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab coffee this week?" This kind of communication removes confusion. It feels honest and grounded. Women appreciate this because it removes guessing games and creates a sense of safety and respect. This approach also applies within relationships. Whether you are just starting something new or already in a committed situation, "I want" helps you express your feelings clearly. Instead of saying "whatever you want is fine," you might say, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let us plan something together." This shows initiative and real interest. It creates balance by allowing you to bring ideas and direction into the dynamic. Tone matters just as much as words. When you say "I want," your voice should be calm and steady. Confidence does not need volume or force. It comes from clarity. And if she has a different preference or cannot commit to your suggestion, do not react defensively. You can simply say, "No problem. What works better for you?" That response shows emotional maturity and flexibility without giving up your sense of direction. This is where you truly stand out. You are not rigid, but you are not passive either. You know what you want, and you are open to collaboration. That balance is rare. You can use "I want" in meaningful moments and small daily decisions. Over time, it becomes part of how you communicate. And as it becomes natural, people respond to you differently. They experience you as someone who is honest, self-aware, and confident. Here is the deeper point to understand. "I want" is not about getting your way. It is about expressing yourself with intention. It is about building connection through clarity. When you communicate this way, you naturally attract more respect, more interest, and more attention. More importantly, you begin to trust your own voice. That inner confidence changes how you carry yourself everywhere. There is, however, an important distinction to keep in mind. Confidence can easily be mistaken for arrogance if it is delivered poorly. Arrogance ignores the other person. Confidence includes them. The difference lies in your intention and your attitude. Knowing what you want does not mean forcing it. It means expressing it while staying open and respectful. For example, saying "I want us to go out this weekend" can feel very different depending on how it is delivered. Said with pressure, it feels demanding. Said with calm warmth, it feels inviting. That balance is what matters. Firm but relaxed, clear but considerate. If she suggests a different time or says she is busy, you stay grounded and respond with ease. That response reinforces your confidence instead of weakening it. When you communicate with clarity and openness at the same time, something powerful happens. Women feel respected, safe, and drawn in all at once. This combination creates trust and attraction without effort. The more you practice this style of communication, the more natural it becomes. And the more natural it becomes, the more it reshapes how people experience you in every interaction. As this becomes a habit, your presence naturally grows stronger. When you consistently choose clarity over hesitation, something important shifts inside you as well. You stop making yourself smaller. You stop holding your thoughts back. You stop waiting for approval before you speak. Instead, you begin to trust your instincts. You learn that your desires matter and that expressing them is healthy, not selfish. This shift affects every area of your life, not just your dating life. At work, you speak up more clearly. With friends, you share your opinions without fear. In relationships, you communicate your needs without guilt. That kind of self-respect is magnetic. People feel it the moment you walk into a room. Your energy changes, your posture changes, even your eye contact becomes stronger because you are no longer hiding parts of yourself. Over time, women start to experience you differently. They feel your presence more. They listen more closely.